rates are higher than they've been in a long time. People are waiting for them to come down. They're not coming down. Sense of urgency are non-existent.
How critical getting the price right the first time.
I cannot drill hard enough to these sellers.
Alfonso Lascano, broker, 20-year interior designer. I have the opportunity and pleasure of working alongside you the past 5 years. I've learned a lot. We've had a lot of laughs, a lot of cries, a lot of ups, very few downs. But I want to ask you today, what do you see happen with the marketplace in the next, say, 6, 12, 18 months as we come up on a presidential election?
Listen, I think it's going to be an interesting time. Interest rates are higher than they've been in a long time. People are waiting for them to come down. They're not coming down. They'll probably start bringing them down closer to the election, so that people will start getting the idea that, the economy is great, and vote for Biden.
Yeah. I think they came out last week, the Feds, and now said one cut, with 80% of them expecting it to be in September. I think by now we all take that with more than a grain of salt. But ultimately, people ask all the time, what's happening in the market? When are prices coming down? Is it going to crash?
Listen, I think there's a lot of speculation of what's going on in the market. Buyers' sense of urgency are non-existent. People take their time. They want it for the right price.
Which is interesting because it's still by the numbers a seller's market, at least here on the west side.
It is, but it depends on what pocket you're in. Anything north of Montana does extremely well. You just keep seeing sales and sales go up over there. But a lot of the homes in the hills are sitting. There's a lot of inventory over there. The valley, I'm seeing a lot of stuff sitting. Even in Pasadena, we have a couple listings over there that we just reduced.
Pasadena is normally a week gone. Nothing comes up.
Yeah. And there's nothing to buy over there. And this house is beautiful, turnkey. Showed it this morning. They loved it, but we just reduced it for the second time. So it's about finding that number that just makes the people come out and buy.
So pricing, I've only been doing this less than half the time you've been, but if there's one thing I know, especially in this new market, is how critical getting the price right the first time. It's like having that first impression. If you show up and give the wrong first impression, you're going to be chasing those would have been interested parties. And then what I'm seeing is the homes that price it slightly below
sell for 101%
over
the asking.
Whereas home prices that are priced, at least last month for the west side, that were priced over, they took over 30 days to sell and sold for 80% of the list price.
Which is pretty drastic. I cannot drill hard enough to these sellers, and we push. Because the last thing you want them to say is, why didn't you tell us? Or, you start this high and you come down, you come down, you come down. It's like, no. If you start this high, rip the Band-Aid off. Come down to reality. You know what I'm saying? You need to get the prices down to the right number that makes the people buy.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to say, but I want to build in room for negotiations.
So you can still build in room, but for example, we have a house in Rustic Canyon area that we told him 4.9 before he bought the property. We told him 4.9 when he was ready to list it, and he insisted on coming out at 5.3, and he sat for a long time. Actually 5.5. I'm sorry, he came out at 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5.
We just reduced it down to 4.99, and had a great open house. There's a couple buyers now circling.
Right.
I've actually gotten calls, but we were getting nothing.
People who had seen it at 5.5,
yeah,
and we're like, but now it's at 4.9.
Now it sounds like it's a good deal.
It is. So it really is. There's not a lot of turnkey stuff in this neighborhood. I think the Canyon's one of the best neighborhoods in all of LA, certainly the west side.
I agree. You're so close to the beach, so close to LA, so close to Montana. So it's a great little pocket where you can kind of feel like you're away from it all, but yet minutes away.
Totally. Well, that's what we got for the halfway report here in 2024. Can you believe it?
Summer's here.
Summer's here. The sun is out, and always here for your real estate needs. Alfonso, thank you so much.